So we are here with the NCAA Women's Lacrosse scores for Sunday, May 11, 2025. So we have the scores here in Stanford, Florida game that got moved up due to weather. And a 6-4 in order for Florida over Stanford. And then we have a bunch on the same time. They're not on TV, so they're only on streaming, so they're not hosted on one state, they're hosted by campus states, so they gotta determine when they want the games. So yeah, but that's why there's a bunch of ones. What we have here. Pennsylvania down to number 6, Maryland 2-1. And then we have conference opponents. 2 conference opponents in the ACC where they affiliate in all sports. They have, they don't affiliate with any other conference. If that's their standard main conference is ACC. And Clemson, number 1 or 22 win over Clemson. And Boston College 3-0 over Sternberg. We have another conference matchup at 1 Eastern plus Duke and number 5 Virginia, and 2 ACC numbers meet up again. And then we have Princeton, Johns Hopkins University, the Ivy League versus Big Ten. Johns Hopkins is Division 3, but in lacrosse, they affiliate with Division 1. They have the exemption to move up from Division 3 all the way to Division 1. Usually it's like a thing where you have to pay like money or to the NCAA or have like web conferences or something. Like they just have that like special status. And keeps them at Division 3, but for all sports but men's and women's lacrosse is Division 1. They're number 8 seed in women's lacrosse. Then we have Syracuse at number 7, Yale. Another an ACC, Ivy League bell. And then 2 Big Ten teams. The Central Conference is Big Ten. And Michigan and number 3 seed Northwestern. That's at 3 Eastern. Syracuse, Yale is at 2 Eastern. And then Duke, Virginia, Princeton, Johns Hopkins University is at 1 Eastern. All the seeded teams won their matches that played in the first round on Friday. It was the top 3 seeds did not have to play. But the other 4 seeds had to play. So let's go to the first round here. Or second round here. I guess it's number 4 is Florida up 6-4 on Stanford. Stanford currently. Yeah. This should be a good entertaining match between 2 top teams. 2 tough teams. Stanford was in the Pacific 12. But they moved over to the ACC. And the ACC does have women's lacrosse, so they are in the ACC. The only sports that they're still in their old conference, same conferences they were in all the sports that, the ACC doesn't sponsor the members, They actually have that sport as like full-time members. Like men's volleyball. I think the ACC has enough schools that play men's volleyball. actually Division 1 sport, Division 1 conference, affiliate sport. There's like the Big Ten of volleyball. I mean, they have members that play in the Big Ten, but it's not like officially through the Big Ten.
A high pop there, which is what Woodings is going for, and Jenny Markey's got the draw control win.
Florida having to replace third-team All-American Liz Morrison from last year. Cycled in a number of new players at that position, and Woodings has really risen to the occasion over these last couple of weeks. Efficiency on this end. 3 goals from Jordan Basso, just 3 from the rest of the ball club. Here is Basso. Gators get free, and Davies converts.
Well, how's this, Sean? Caitlin Davies tore a ton, and that's why. Look at this. Nice little jab step, got the defender to go, slips on the grass, and then she just with a step down shot, high, low, no chance for the netminder Pearson. Gators reclaim that 2-goal lead here early in the second half.
Her head coach, who was an incredible midfielder herself, she said of Davies, the biggest separator from her and the other All-Americans is her composure and decision-making. The discipline is what's helped her become elite, one of the best at her position in the entire country. Just can't say enough about the Florida two-way middies and how they produce them time and time again. Part of the U20 gold medal team last summer in Hong Kong, playing for Kelly Amati Hill and Jenny Woodings.
And yeah, as you can see here, it is still raining here in Florida. It's just Indian, so it's just not as, big, much rain. You're thinking there might be rain by the end of the normal time. Like enough rain where they'd have to, like postpone, like rain delay. They still might, but they can at least get the majority of this game in. Or if they had to go to like running clock due to like the weather, like there was like really bad weather, and they had to get it in, You know what I'm saying? Could always do that, but if they don't have to go on the clock, they won't. But they absolutely had to, they would,
Restart. Gabby Green, the nearest defender. A lot of space there.
Probably could have been shooting space. Wasn't called, though.
Poliski, quiet that entire first half. Held scoreless on just 1 shot. Not anymore.
Make that a goal for the Stanford Cardinal. Let's go to these games are on in the first half. Pennsylvania and Maryland. Maryland is on their dual field hockey and the Lacrosse field. I don't believe they use this for soccer. I don't believe so. Okay, I don't see a soccer box. They just use like the football field for soccer. They have their own designated soccer field here.
Good chance there for Brant. Did really well to find that space. That shot didn't miss by much.
Shooting space is called right there. So Penn continues to attack for the opening possession of the second quarter. Chung with 30 seconds. Back to Brandt. She skips it, but Suriano denies it.
Yeah, tricky shot, but really good work finding it, and then decent work putting it on net, too.
Dupac running it up. LaPointe. Let's see what Maryland can do. LaPointe to Dupac for the goal. Maryland's back in front.
That is some great play again by the Terps. LaPointe has been outstanding today. Her runs have been so good, and we'll see here on the replay. It starts with that save. Great save by Suriano. Maryland gets into transition pretty quickly here. There's Dupac, who end up finishing off the move. Eventually, LaPointe. That's a great find to Dupac in a dangerous position, and she buries that. Brilliant, brilliant play by Maryland. A credit to LaPointe as well. We didn't see her run right there, but she has been so mobile, and Penn's defense has not been able to stop her when she gets on the move today.
The Lexi Dupac possession. A ground ball off of that save by Suriano, and then she fires in her second goal in her sophomore campaign. Just her second career goal to put Maryland up 3-2.
Yeah, what a time to get it, though, and what a clinical finish by Dupac. That's exactly what Maryland wants.
Some not-so-common goal scorers in this NCAA tournament for Maryland as well. On Friday, Ava Kitt scored her first collegiate goal, the freshman for Maryland. Gilmore wins another draw, and then just a second ago, Dupac with her second of the season. Now Edmondson had a chance inside of the 8-meter. The whistle blows, and she'll head for the free position. But just getting everybody involved, Dash, has been crucial for Maryland in these two games.
It's a weird moment there where Penn kind of had given Edmondson space, then they all collapsed on her, and in the end commit the foul. The Quakers' defense today has been really good. There have been a few moments now where it just feels like they're not quite all on the same page or fully on top of things.
And we're here for two conference opponents meeting up. Clemson and North Carolina.
Sure how much I love the hacking. Usually that's a call, but she is handling it so well. Finds Chloe Humphrey. Great pump fake to put that one around Lamparter. She's done it all year long, but I'm interested to see. You haven't seen her so much off the dodging game, but she's been able to be on the receiving end as well. So it looks like they're going to use Chloe Humphrey a little bit more as a cutter today and let people like Godine, White, and other people, Kate Levy, do the work on the outside.
Chloe Humphrey has been widely regarded as one of the best players in the nation. And throughout her recruitment process, talking to head coach Jenny Levy about what drew coach to try to recruit Chloe to come to play for North Carolina. And the basis was that she was unguardable. There is not a way, there's no prescription. It's a definitive thing, and has been proven so this year, that there is no way to be able to shut down Chloe Humphrey. She grabs her 98th point this season, and she is a high motor, and there is no off switch for Chloe Humphrey.
I will say, I think I've been watching women's lacrosse for a little bit now, and I remember seeing Chloe come to camps and whatnot, just thinking, good Lord, this is going to be a handful for the NCAA Division I lacrosse, and she's proved it. I mean, her stick is one I've seen unlike any other. It's just so impressive. You saw the other day they released the final 5 Twarton nominees, her and her sister Ashley being 2 of the 5. So I think just speaks volumes of the type of player and teammate she's been this entire year.
Athletic family for the Humphreys. Carolina gets the ball back. Pagano looks to chase down that errant pass. She is there before it rolls out of play. Humphrey puts one on the inside to White. She can't finish. Ground ball picked up by Masarakia. She's got to throw a Hail Mary. Chloe Humphrey's there. Weaves her way through the defense and she scores. Chloe Humphrey grabs number 2. And North Carolina has taken a hold of this lead.
A little unlucky slip from Masarakia in that corner. You see her towing that end line. Kind of Hail Marys it, you said it. Chloe Humphrey, I'm sure not the target she was trying to hit, but comes up with that ball, dodges, gets herself free in the 8-meter, and 10 times out of 10, she's putting that one away. So another one from Humphrey to get herself going on this stat sheet today.
The patience with inside the 8 is unlike anything I've been able to watch. Unbelievable how calm she is in those certain situations. There's 3, 4, 5 defenders in her way. Their ability to maneuver is special to the type of player that she is. So North Carolina has jumped out in front big time here. 5-goal lead, their largest of today. 7-2 they lead here on their home turf. That one knocked out of the air. Humphrey gets it right back. And North Carolina gets another opportunity. 90 seconds on the shot clock.
Ridiculous. Cost turnover by Chloe Humphrey there. Just, you see her lose that ball. She gets it taken away and gets that thing right back. Just a determined play by Humphrey.
Spunstein who knocked it down. But Humphrey causes the turnover. Osborne gets to the middle of the field. Gives it to Pagano. Pagano on the inside. Humphrey behind the back, and that one's wide left. Ashley was there for this rebound to give North Carolina the second chance.
No, let's go to the final game. Let's go to Stony Brook and Boston College. That's what I thought for sure. So these schools playing on the football field, and then they play like soccer on the football field and lacrosse on there as well. And they play lacrosse, soccer, football on the same field.
Caparucio.
Shot clock resets when the ball hits the pipe. Stony Brook gets a fresh 60.
And Colbert tried to go around. Foul called against the Eagles. Coming in was Michaela O'Connor.
Yeah, O'Connell just with a little bit of push.
So now an opportunity from 8. And Keisha Walker wanted them to check this one, and it looks like the officials will stop play here and get the review. I believe she's going to challenge the foul call there. It was Casey Colbert that drew the contact.
Coach Walker might be checking if her follow-through hit Michaela O'Connor. See, you can see right there, she says follow-through, because if she thinks Colbert is one of their best players and you can pick up a yellow card on her, it's going to be close. She does hit her arm or maybe her head.
Looks like she comes down right over the arms and then, as you said, comes atop that right side of the head. Now, the question is, does she pull it back before it makes
that's always
contact?
tricky to see.
So already our second coach's challenge of this first half. Joe Spallina used his in the first, ended up losing that challenge. Not only did he lose the challenge, but he loses a timeout. Now Acacia Walker on the other side for Boston College, feeling like they might have seen something.
And I've seen this happening a lot. You know, if a coach feels like the other team's top attacker is illegally following through, they'll want to check that because that's a yellow card. And if you get 2 yellow cards, you're out of the game. So if they can kind of rattle that offensive player a little bit with a card, they're gonna use that challenge. Yeah, so you can't, dangerous propelling, you cannot follow through with your stick into the defender's body. And mandatory yellow card if the refs see that her stick hit the BC defender in any way. Sometimes the players, too, tell the coach, hey, she hit me, and then, you know, that gives the coach the green light. Okay, I want to check it.
We didn't see too much of a protest from O'Connor when she got hit. Usually kind of reach for the head or something, but
maybe they have a secret signal, like
probably got up, went over to coach and said, hey, she got me. We'll take a look. As the officials have left the monitor, BC looks like they will lose this challenge. They are setting up for the 8 meters again. So no foul on the play. The ruling on the field stands.
So the push call on O'Connor stands. There's no illegal fall through, so it should be an 8-meter shot.
Casey Colbert, the senior.
Stony Brook just tried to pull a fast one and have Caparucio take the 8-meter.
22 goals on the year for Colbert. Goes in, and it got popped up on the defensive effort there by the Eagles. Not a clean look for Colbert.
So you can see how quickly Baker collapses. She gets just a tap of that stick to dislodge the ball.
And we get a yellow card against Stony Brook for the cross-check. Right there, McDonald.
You can see her arms are lowered and her stick is horizontal. And as soon as the Mellis turns into that, it looks bad, so.
Riley McDonald, the graduate transfer coming over from Longwood, playing in the NCAA tournament for the first time. Trying to make the most of the opportunity, but will have to sit with the yellow. 5-0 lead, it remains here in the second quarter. Eagles back on offense, the woman up for another minute 25. Mascone back to LaPinto. Eagles will rotate it from Clark to the opposite end. There's Driscoll, pulls it back. Now Colbert looking for Clark. To the near side for LaPinto, quick pass back down low. That's connected to McCloy. A sidewinding pass. Clark runs into trouble. She resets. 30 on the shot clock.
You can see all the BC attackers. They have the ball for a couple seconds. They check inside, then they move it. And those skip passes have been working really well for them.
Trying to beat this zone defense. Driscoll, side shot goes wide. Eagles have 15 left on the shot clock.
Stony Brook likes to double at X, but BC just doing a great job feeding from other parts of the field.
Eagles down to 5 seconds, and McCloy just couldn't handle the pass, and she knew she had nothing there, just gets rid of it.
Yeah, just toss it into the end zone. Your man-up unit has to come out, get your midfielders on, set up your ride.
Stoney will try to get as much time off this power play that they can. How about the speed here? Back up the near side. It was Budke, the junior.
And Rachel Clark just being careful there. You don't want to get a green card. Once the opposing team is between the 30s, any contact to the body, the officials will likely call.
Just want to kind of cut off the angles, right? Make it less easier for them to get up.
But you'll see attackers just kind of let up. All right, I'm just going to let you go over because it's not worth a green card.
5-0 lead here for Boston College. Trying to rotate back towards the top. Passed across here for McClay. McClay trying to get the size advantage across, but miscue on the pass.
Boston College.